Zillow and other real estate sites are incredible tools. They're the retail market for San Diego homes for sale. But the reality is, a lot of the best homes for sale are not found on any of them. In San Diego, plenty of properties change hands without a for sale sign ever touching the grass, and the listing never even hitting a real estate website. Today, I'm going to show you how to get into the room before the rest of the world even knows the property is for sale. I'm Dustin J. Backrad, your friend here in San Diego real estate. Please call or text me at the number below or email me at the address below, and let's connect. And stick around until the end, because I'm explaining the 20% rule and why relying on the new listing alerts alone means you're actually missing nearly a quarter of the for sale inventory in the city. Let's get to it. The reality of the San Diego market is we have a relatively small number of homes for sale at any given time. At this moment, we only have 1.5% months worth of supply, meaning if no new houses hit the market and buyers continued at the same rate, in 1.5 months, there would be no houses left to sell. So, if you have a very specific goal, maybe you need a certain layout for that perfect vibe on a specific street, finding it on the public market can feel almost impossible. That's why having access to a deep off-market inventory isn't just a luxury here. It might be the only way to find the house you're truly looking for. One of the great things about off-market properties is generally it gives you time to really investigate the property and make sure it's the right fit for you and your family, without the immediate pressure of knowing that thousands of other people are seeing your house online, and it could be off the market with an accepted offer at any minute. It lets you move with a bit more confidence instead of just moving fast. So how do we actually find these often invisible to the general public off-market homes? It usually comes down to 3 specific channels that we spent years building. First, it's broker relationships. These are friendships with our other agents that we've cultivated over the years. It's built on trust because they know we have serious, qualified buyers. They'll often give us a heads up on a prime property before they even start the public marketing process. Second, it's our pre-listing inventory. At any given time, my team and I usually have anywhere from 5 to 30 homes in our pipeline that are just waiting to be listed. They aren't ready for the active market just yet. Maybe they're being staged or getting some final touch-ups, but for the right buyer, we can often get you in early. And third, it's through direct connections. We have a really large network of past clients and neighbors who aren't technically selling their home, but they've indicated to us they'd be willing to move if the right price and the right person came along. This leads me to a quick side note. If you're watching this and you thought about selling if the right situation and the right price came your way, I would love to hear from you. We're constantly matching up buyers and sellers off market, and I'd be happy to add you to our private list to see if we have a match. Now, how we use these off-market channels really depends on your goals and your timeline. If you're in a time crunch, maybe the 1031 exchange clock is ticking, or you've made up your mind you simply cannot survive one more 115-degree day in Phoenix, we lean heavily into our existing pocket listings, connections, and the multiple listing service to find a solution for you. But if time is on your side, that's when we can really get creative. If you're looking for a very specific, once-in-a-generation property, we have the luxury of digging deep. We can leverage our connections to unearth those incredible homes that aren't technically for sale, but the owners are willing to talk to the right person. Once we clarify exactly what you want, whether it's a private sanctuary or an income-producing second home, we start the house hunt. I mentioned the 20% rule earlier, and here is why it matters. In my experience, in the San Diego market, roughly 1 out of every 5 homes sold changes hands without ever being seen by the general public. If you're relying solely on Zillow alerts, you aren't just late, you actually aren't seeing nearly a quarter of the inventory in the city. If you're ready to see if there's a property tucked away off market that fits your window and your goals, let's connect. Whether you're in a hurry to beat the heat or you're willing to wait for that one-of-a-kind legacy home, I would love to hear from you and hopefully get the hunt started. And if you're on the other side of that, maybe you have a property you'd be willing to sell under the right circumstances, but don't want the noise of a public listing, I'd love to hear from you too. We do this kind of matchmaking every day, and I'd be happy to see if we have a buyer waiting for exactly what you have. I'm Dustin J. Backrad. Please reach out to me by phone or email at the information below. Let's make sure your San Diego second home is the right match for your life and not just your search alerts. I'll see you on the coast.